I'd like to greet everybody around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. No matter what your political, philosophical, personal, or religious beliefs may be. No matter if you're rich or poor, no matter if you're the toughest to the softest person on the face of this earth. No matter if you're the president of the United States to a homeless person on the face of this earth. I greet all of you all the same way with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Tonight is Friday, June the 7th, 2019. It's about 8:29 p.m. Tonight, what I want to speak about is earlier today, I went over to Cairo, Illinois, to the homegoing / funeral / life reflection of the young man who was originally from Cairo, Illinois, but was living here in Charleston, Missouri, on the May the 24th of 2019 here in the parking lot of the Lincoln School at 700 Elm Street, also known now as Cy Williams Street or Avenue, was shot and killed. I didn't know him personally, but I knew other people that knew him, and they spoke highly of his character. I got to learning when I went over to his homegoing in Cairo, Illinois today, that he was a manager at Pizza Hut here in Charleston, Missouri. One thing that I seen there, he had a lot of friends of all nationalities. A lot of people was hurt. Who wouldn't be hurt if their child lost their life, especially unjustly? I'm mentioning this for a reason, because even though I didn't know the young man himself, but he was a human being, he had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old child. Father's Day is coming up pretty soon, and he won't be able to be here to see his children, or his children won't be able to see him. I know that feeling when my brother was killed in 1977, and I knew the feeling of my mother, even though I was in prison, but I was able to go and sit in at this particular service and support him and his family, and I seen there was other people here from Charleston, Missouri, and other places, came from Michigan and other places in the United States to come pay their respects and give support to the family, whether it was financial, spiritual, or emotional support. When I look at some of the responses on some of my YouTube channel from some of my critics, one of them just recently made one when I was speaking about this and speaking about, I pray that people don't come on the property trying to attack me because I would have to protect myself. And one of the critics said that they find my YouTube channel or my YouTube videos very entertaining. Okay, and then he said that when they at work at night, they watch him and they be having him laugh. You see, the people in Cairo today, didn't nobody see anything funny at this young man's homegoing. You see what I'm saying? People that's locked up, they don't see anything funny about being locked up. You see what I'm saying? My children's, my grown children's and relatives, you see what I'm saying, in other parts of this country, they don't see it funny with these individuals coming by disrespecting me. So, with this individual, they had the name, I would think the common spelling, it seemed like the closest of the common spelling would be Leonard. But the Leonard, with the common spelling is normally spelled Leonald, but this individual spelled it Leonatd. You know, most of my critics can't even spell their own name, let alone somebody else's name. But that's not what I'm coming here to talk about today. You know, when I seen the faces on people in there that came from different places, it wasn't nothing funny about this young guy losing his life. You see, I seen hurt in these people. You know, when your ears is open and your eyes can see, you can see that some people don't forget about things. You see what I'm saying? Charleston, Missouri, the west side, how right now? The west side of Charleston, Missouri, to me, because I grew up in Chicago, in Cabrini Green, it was called an urban jungle. The west side of Charleston, Missouri is, or should I say, has become a concrete / urban jungle. You see what I'm saying? Everything is concreted. You see what I'm saying? Everything is within the west side, killing for no reason, robbing, selling drugs to each other. It's what you call genocides. You see, when you in a concrete / urban jungle, you gate it off from the east side. You follow what I'm saying? You gate it off from that, and it turns into what we call genocides, because 99% of the people that live on the west side of Charleston, Missouri is black. You see what I'm saying? And if the 90% or 99% is black, then that means all the killings is gonna be black on black. All the drug selling is gonna be sold to blacks on blacks. You see what I'm saying? All the robberies, all the violence, it's gonna be black on black. Then, you know, when some of us get arrested unjustly, I'm one that got arrested unjustly twice here in Charleston, Missouri, but I don't blame it on all the system no more, because I sit in the courtrooms now and I know everybody that's in law enforcement, everybody that sit on the bench, everybody that's attorneys or prosecutors, they're not corrupt, but you have some that's are. But genocide is a systematic extermination of a particular ethnic group or tribe. You see what I'm saying? You listen to this. A systematic extermination of a particular ethnic group or tribe. You ask the Indians. You see what I'm saying? Before 1492, before Christopher Columbus came over here, they was living good. But they exterminated them. What did they do? Put them on reservations. You see what I'm saying? You have to look and see. You have all these organizations saying Black Lives Matter, justice for all, no child left behind, NAACP, and all these other people. But you would think a representative from Charleston, Missouri, that stays in the newspaper, or these churches and these other places is honoring these people, making them the person of the year, or the person that been doing much for the community, speaking of the black community, but they haven't done nothing. You don't see nothing they did. You would think one of them representatives would have went over there to Cairo, Illinois, that ain't but 14 or 15 miles away from Charleston, Missouri, and showed some love to the family of this young guy. But I give a thumbs up to all the few people from Charleston that did go over there and show their respect. But I'm gonna tell you from experience, I see a bloodbath gonna come up on this here urban or concrete urban/urban jungle here on the west side of Charleston because people is getting tired. When you make a person afraid and put them in the corner, it's just like a cat. No matter how tough you is, assassins grow. You see what I'm saying? An assassin, they don't miss their target. You see, if you look at some of the movies with Denzel Washington, a movie that I just recently watched, I'd have seen it before, but I believe it was called The Exterminator. Am I right?
Equalizer.
Equalizer. Correct me, baby girl. Equalizer. You see, he got tired of seeing what individual was doing to the weak people. Jesus even got tired of those tax collectors. It's just like the preachers today. Not all, but majority that I see here in this town. Jesus got angry and turned over them tables because of the fact that these people was misusing what they call the weak. People thought Jesus was weak, but Jesus wasn't weak, he was meek. People don't like some of the things that I say. They didn't like Martin Luther King going down to Memphis. Martin Luther King didn't know the garbage workers, but he knew the garbage workers needed a voice, and he know God sent them down there, and he lost his life. Martin Luther King wasn't afraid. He said in one of his speeches, he said there are going to be difficult days ahead. And people asked him about losing his life. He said he would like to live a long life, but he said longevity has its place. In other words, I want to live a long life, but I can't stop doing what God told me to do, and it might cause my life to shorten. And he said that individuals in this movement to try to stop this genocide, to open up this concrete/urban jungle, not just in Charleston, Missouri, but other places in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. He said a lot of people gonna lose their jobs. A lot of people gonna get locked up in jail unjustly. And a lot of people gonna lose their lives. When you're scared to lose your job, you're scared to lose your life, you're scared to lose your freedom, then you're not a leader. You see what I'm saying? You're in the way if you're saying you're a leader. And I'm gonna leave it like this here. Me and my family is not afraid to say we praying for the family of that young guy who lost their life, who lost his life unjustly here on May the 24th, 2019. And I'm gonna leave like I came, with the peace and blessings of God be upon all human beings. But you gotta be careful. It's a song said, be careful what you do to me because it might come back on you. The boomerang, when you throw it, it's coming back to you. Take somebody's head off, it's gonna take yours off. Some people call it karma. In the Bible, it has a word for it. That you sow, you would reap. Peace be still.